Hello everyone, welcome to Options Trading Club video training series. I'm your host Andy Huang. In this video, I'm going to teach you specific strategies on how to harness the power of options and trade into earnings. In this video, we're going to talk about the opportunity of trading Las Vegas Sands. With these specific strategies, the trade usually lasts about a day to 7 days, depending on entry points. And I'm going to show you also what I use as for my market timing indications, as well as how I use my moving average and also my chart settings for confirmation of entries, and also just the facts why I trade Las Vegas Sands with such confidence is because that I know for a fact, and this is also all over the internet, that Las Vegas Sands actually opened a new resort in Singapore called the Marina Bay Hotel. And this was opened in April, and if you check, just all the PR information on the internet about this resort, they had a grand opening that was successful. The occupancy rate was extremely high in Singapore, and that alone has very positive impact to the overall revenue for this quarter that Las Vegas actually reported. So very quickly, if you guys are not on my Facebook fan page, you definitely have to join. On July 19th, that's when I told everybody, all my members, that there are some trading opportunities for casinos. So let's take a look. Actually, right here, July 19th, I told everybody that, there are some good call plays on the casinos, and that day I actually start entering to the trade. And then the very next day, I told everyone I'm actually taking some profit of my 25s and rolling into some 26. And also in here, I noted to everybody in terms of the volume alert that there are some opportunities that people are taking advantage of. And on the 23rd, this is when I re-enter my trade after I have booked some profit already. And I told everybody that I'm going to, ride it all the way to earnings. So this is the day that I sold it, which is on Wednesday, which is the earning date. And then let's go back to the trainings, as I wanted to show some of the newer members on why options trading is a lot less riskier than trading stocks, because it does require less capital to invest, that you have less capital at risk. So let's quickly look at entry point. Remember that I have told everybody on the 19th to get into the casino. So this is the date that I actually started my first position and told everybody that I'm rolling into the second position. And I ride this position all the way to earnings, which is this date. And as you can see, this is a really nice $3 and maybe 50 cents move that it made from the low point of 23, and I probably posted around 23.50. So if you were to buy stock, you could probably get in about 23.50 at the low point and ride it all the way till I told you to sell it, which is roughly about 26.90 if you were to trade stock. Now, a couple of indicators that I use, definitely moving average. Once the stocks goes above the moving average, that's my first indicator. I also have my stochastic set up, as well as MACD histogram. So there were already confirmation that the stock was going to move up. As you can see, this is my indicators, and then from here, that the stock gap higher, and then it came back down again, and then this is when I told everybody on the 19th to get in. So this is actually the low point after the first indicator have showed entry points. So I pretty much base on technical facts plus the real life facts that I was able to find on the news about Las Vegas Sands, and be able to kind of ride all the way up for maximum profitability using options. So if you're a stock trader and you're trading stock at the low point, the stock was about 23.50, and then at the price of the sell points, 26.90. So 100 shares that you traded would have cost you about $23,500. Now, if you take that high point minus the low point, you got about $3.40 in profit. So that's about 14% in terms of profits. roughly about $3,400 for $23,500 invested. Now, before anybody goes into any trades, you definitely have to have a stop loss. Stop loss is a number where if the position goes against you, you have to cut your losses. So at a 10% stop loss on a $23,500 is roughly about $23.50. So before you even get into this trade, you have to realize that you could lose up to about at least $23.50 or more if you were trading stock. Now, if you were trading option, the scenario is definitely different because you're able to participate in this kind of trades with a lot less. So let's take a look at how option is so much better than trading stocks. Now, I traded the 26 call, 27 call, and 28 calls. I typically trade about one strike away from the current stock price. So to get into this trade, the low point of the 26 call, it cost me about $1.10 per share. So one contract that leveraged 100 shares cost me $110 per contract. So 10 contract would only cost $1,100. So that's a lot better than putting in $23,500 at risk, wouldn't you say? And same thing with 27 calls, 10 contract would only cost me about $750. The 28 calls, 10 contract would only cost me about $660. And I'm still able to participate in the upward move of 14% that the stock make. And my option has greatly returned better ROIs compared to stocks. So very quickly, let's take a look at my entry point prices. So what you're looking at, this is my account statement. So over here on the 23rd, when I told everybody I'm re-entering the market at $1.10, this is the $1.10 for the 26 call. Here you have on the 26th, I bought some 28 calls at 66 cents. And the market actually did pull back a little bit right before earnings. So on the 27th, the day before earning, I got in the 26 call at $1.20, and I got into the 27 call at $7.79. So right after earnings, this is when I took profits. So the 26 call at $1.60 and $1.77 is the high point for the another batch of 26. The 27 I sold it at $1.20, and the 28 I sold it at $1.77. So let's take a look at the option ROI. So the option ROI at high point that you saw was $1.77 that I got in, and minus the cost, which is the $1.10 at the low point that I got in. That's over 60% profit in just one day. And the 27 calls, $1.20 is what I sold for. The cost is 79 cents. That's 51% profit in just one day. And the 28 calls, I sold it at 77 cents, and that's over 17% profit in just 2 days. So with 1 to 3 days, I was able to capture over $18,200 in profit just trading, the simple earnings. And if you were to trade stocks, not only have to put up more capitals, but you actually make less. So with that being said, I hope this video gives you some very good insight information on what you can do on the next earning play on any stocks that you are actually watching. And then if you are not currently connected with us, you can find me at optionstradingclub.com. This is where I have a specific site set up to teach you on how to trade options. You can also find me on Facebook as well. You get live real updates from me on my Facebook fan page. And if you're a Twitter fan, you can always follow me on Twitter to also get my tweets. And if you're interested in getting started training and learn how to trade like a pro, you definitely want to visit our training section at optionstradingclub.com/training. And with everything I have shared with you, I hope you guys take action, implement them, and then love to hear your success story pretty soon. So let's keep in touch, and then hope you guys trade well, and then I'll see you in the next video series. Take care, everyone.